Today is a huge day for PEZ Tutoring because I'm going to be doing my very first interview. In fact, several people have applied for the English tutoring position and I'm kind of nervous. I'm not the one applying for the job, but it's funny that you can have nerves on this side of the situation. I try to ask some questions that would help me prepare. Like I asked them, of course, about what their background is, skills, experience with teaching, if any. But I still feel like I don't know anything about these, let's just call them applicants, so we'll see how it goes. Another thing to note, the office is not set up. I don't have bookshelves set up, that's why that box was back there. I don't often wear this blazer. It looks nice, I'll wear it for videos and such, but I thought it's the most professional look I can give right now. A lot of the times I'll look a lot worse when I'm teaching, and the students, they don't care. So that's just the reality of the situation. But for an interview, I feel like let's try a little bit harder. First impressions, I guess they matter. I mean, they do, but you kind of change your mind about a person, and sometimes it's not until you do observations or actually start teaching 3 or 4 different students do you realize what a student is made of. Okay, I'm just gabbing because I guess I'm nervous energy. So first interview went well. I think I'm, in a way, almost afraid of success in a way. Imagining someone else getting to teach some of the students and taking on that role, taking, not that students are a burden, but taking that load off. I'm realizing that opens me up to do more things. And I could not even consider that in the early years. The early years, I was just trying to get students. That's every tutor's first and most important goal is I have to get students. Once you already know, I know how to teach, I know what I want, I know who I want to teach. Next is always, okay, how do I get people to know that I actually offer this tutoring service? And that's really no longer the problem, although it's always kind of a thing. I think every business has to make sure that they are being seen and understood so that people come to them. Okay, I'm about to start with my 2 p.m. student, and we're doing, where's my book? If you've ever explored an H.G. Wells book, you might know that it's a bit, it is great. Wonderful vocabulary, really intelligent plot. It's not the hardest book to read. I will say that, like most English authors, especially of this time period, they take a very long time to say one simple thing. And that's all right. It makes for a nice challenging read. Reading these types of books will make you a better reader, but they don't quite write them like this anymore. And if you like to just get through a book quickly, these aren't really the types of books for you. These almost need, see, it's not that big of a book, but it really takes a bit more time to digest. And the kids, they really don't complain. They do a really good job with it. Let me open up Zoom. Okay. Later on when I'm teaching the Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, here's my new Zoom background for that. Does this look like a Victorian era home? It's probably a little bit big for an English house, but still. I thought that was pretty good. Tomorrow I start with not 1, not 2, but 3 new students. 3. That means I have 5 students tomorrow, which is why I'm trying to hire someone, because 5 students means 5 hours, and to do 5 hours, maybe 1 day a week is okay, but 2 or 3 days a week, it's a lot. It's a lot for ELA, and my goal is to make sure that every single lesson I plan is above and beyond, the right fit for each student. I don't ever want to feel like I'm exhausted or that I have to rush for them or anything. But the good news is that one of these students for sure will go with the new tutor, because I already talked to the mom. You want parents to know when you're about to transition them over to another tutor. I think that's something that's I'm still having to navigate, is getting the students established and then transitioning them over to their new instructor. The important part of learning is getting to bond with your teacher or tutor, whatever you call them, because kids are going to learn better when they trust who they're working with. I could chat all day with you guys about it, but it's time for tennis. I did it. I hired a tutor. I'm so excited. Her name is Callie. She might be featured on one of the videos soon. She didn't like to show off as much as I do on videos, so I may have to convince her, or maybe you guys can comment and convince. But either way, she already has a student. So there's been a little bit of time since I first started the video. For now, Kelly will be teaching a lot of the elementary to middle school age children, and that's usually who we have. We tend to help more of like age 9 through 15. It was really the most popular age range. This is fantastic news, not only because PEZ Tutoring is expanding, but just because we get to help more students. There's more availability now. So if you have ordered the Michael Clay Thompson books and you realize, oh my gosh, this is a lot to teach, there's a lot of STEM words, there's a lot of upper level vocabulary that maybe you as the parent just don't have time to teach your student, that's what we are here for. So at the present moment, we're not offering any math, but honestly, by the time you see this video, it's very likely I may have hired somebody else to take on math. Somebody called the other day to ask about advanced algebra, and I said, well, at the moment, we're strictly an English teaching, we're strictly like a English language arts service because there has been such a need that we've been able to meet, but I know some of you out there need math. So right now I'm preparing for a student who is reading The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and it's not an easy book. I mean, I kind of love it, but it is not the easiest book to study on your own. It is recommended with the Michael Clay Thompson books, and most students do best when they're reading it and studying it with me, meaning we'll read some together and go over the vocabulary. We'll really talk about who's writing which letter to which person, because it's a simple plot, but yet there's a lot to discuss here. So anyway, I got off track with that, but guys, thanks for watching the video. There's more coming your way, and I can't wait for you guys to hear about how the business is going since adding another tutor, and one day there will be more. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Apparently there's 900 subs now, which is great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.